Okay, in this video, which is going to be the last video in this VTM, we are going to make our skybox a bit more interesting by adding some 3D objects into it.
That's right, because right now it doesn't have that 3D feel.
Yeah, we're on a really strange building top that apparently is in the upper stratosphere because all we can see around us is sky in all directions.
That's right. So what we want to do is add a 3D skybox.
Okay.
A 3D skybox.
Is it hard to say 3? You're just
don't even get me started
You're just
on
like
this.
Jay, aren't you?
Yeah.
Can't say 3.
Okay, so to make a 3D skybox, let's go ahead and talk about what a 3D skybox is.
Well, tell me, Jacob, what is a 3D skybox?
A 3D skybox is essentially a box around your world, so it'll be replaced with this. Actually, the best way to show would probably be to make it.
Okay. Good enough.
So I have the skybox texture right now, Tools skybox texture, and I'm gonna go a little bit away from the level and make this cube that I am going to hollow. Minus 16, sounds fine to me. Go ahead and go into the cube, and then I'm gonna take an entity called a sky camera. Don't worry about it now, it'll all make sense in a little bit.
Well, what does the sky camera do? You can tell us.
Yeah, okay, so basically what happens is the origin of the world is replaced with the place where the skybox is, or the sky camera is right now. So it's kind of like they copy this entire world, size it down 16 times, and put it into this box.
Here's another way to look at it. That little skybox camera you just created is going to record everything it sees around it in that little box. And then it's going to project it around our world as if it were at the origin of the world.
That'll be a better way to explain it. Yeah, that'll work. So
I've seen skyboxes in another popular game editor.
I wonder what it is.
We won't worry about it.
No, that's not. So what we want to do now is add some props to this skybox. We can't add physical props because they won't work with a skybox, but we can add static props and world geometry. So
cool.
Let's go ahead and add a prop _ static. There you go. I'm gonna go ahead and select that and move it up just a little bit. Double click on it and choose wall model. And the wall model we want is under props _ buildings.
Okay.
And you'll notice some of the buildings have a skybox part. So there's like, give me a second, row corner, full scale. Here. Project Building 03 and Project Building 03 Skybox.
Okay.
So this Project Building 03 Skybox is 1/16 of this one.
Ah, okay. So it's kind of like a miniature version specifically designed to put inside a skybox.
That's right.
I get it.
So what we want right now is to find the model that's called...
He's looking at his notes.
Notes.
He's trying to read his notes.
Here it is. Project Building 01. So I'm going to go ahead and hit P. Project Building 01 Skybox.
Okay.
I'm going to go ahead and hit Apply. And this is a... You'll notice that the current Skybox models have some transparent sides.
Well, you just can't see the back faces of it. It's intended just to face the camera, and that's it.
That's right. We're going to go ahead and move this closer to
kind of like a building on a movie set, if you think about it.
Going to move it closer to the camera, and because we want this sky-like feel, we're going to move it down under the skybox.
Okay.
Or so that when the player looks out, he'll see the top of the building instead of the bottom.
Right, so we kind of feel like we're up amongst all the buildings.
That's right.
I get it.
Another model we want to create is the model... is the model called Project Building 02. So Project Building 02 Skybox. Apply. This is more buildings together in one model, so kind of get the feel like we're in a city. gonna rotate this 90 degrees. Actually, 270 degrees.
There you go.
There you go.
Face it back toward the skybox.
And gonna go ahead and add this at the skybox and move it up a little bit, because you'll notice if we had the skybox up here, we'll be able to look through the.
We can see
buildings.
that nice transparent top on all the buildings.
Of course, you won't have this problem if you're creating your own models, but we
don't have that luxury right now.
That's right.
This is just an introduction to Hammer, not building your own static props inside of XSI like we might do later.
Hint, hint. So now we have these buildings around the sky camera.
Mm-hmm.
Gonna go ahead and move them up just a little bit. That was the way. There you go.
Now, here's a question. Does your skybox that you've built need to be so big, considering you got all these buildings so tightly wound together around your sky camera?
Nope. So we can actually go ahead and turn ignore grouping off and make it tighter.
Okay.
So there you go.
Nice.
This should work nicely. And go ahead in the front view and adjust it just a little bit. There you go. This should actually work just as well. Now, one thing that Zach said was that this sky camera records here and then it emits it from the origin. Mm-hmm. But right now our origin isn't in a level, and we'll get some
way over here. Yeah.
We'll get some displacement of how the skybox looks if we don't have the origin in the middle of our level.
So how do we fix that?
Well, it's very simple. We'll just select all of our original map, mm-hmm. and if we zoom out a little bit and lower the grid size.
You mean increase the grid size?
Increase the grid size.
Yeah.
You'll find a point where you can see the origin.
Nice.
So just move it over there, go into the side view, and
kind of put the middle of the level right over the origin.
So this looks about right. And one other thing we want to do is inside our level right now we can shoot our barrels so they lie on top of the skybox.
Mm-hmm.
One thing we can do to avoid that is lower the skybox a little bit so that when the barrels get shot over,
they kind of fall out of sight.
Down. So I'm just going to go ahead and adjust that. I'm going to turn ignore grouping on again and just lower the grid size till 16. No. This is kind of tedious, but it has to be done. So.
Tedious is the name of the game.
That's the name.
No pun intended.
Pun. Da 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 da. Da 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 da.
If game design were quick, we would have played Half-Life 2 years and years ago.
It seems like we'll need to adjust the grid size even more right here. There you go. And over here.
So what are you doing right now?
I'm just adjusting the skybox so that we can bring it down without interfering with the wall.
Oh, so you're moving it out away from the walls. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm with you.
There you go. Go ahead and undo that, and now the wall is running almost nicely along. Let's see here.
Hey, yes. Maybe you could talk to the other people on the video too.
Oh yeah, that's right. Hello, how are you doing?
You're not all by yourself here.
But there's no one else here.
Oh, they're there. You just don't see them.
Oh, I guess they're bored right now.
Hi guys.
Then.
And gals.
Hello. Gals. You really think any girls are watching this?
Beg pardon?
Do you really think there's any girls watching this?
Not watching you.
No, but this stuff we're doing
could
right
be.
now?
Very well could be. Don't
sound
so hopeful when you say that, though. Otherwise, they won't be interested.
So go ahead.
Finally, you're moving the whole skybox downward, I'm assuming?
That's right. Yeah, that's right. This might not be the best approach to do it, and we might need to just make a big skybox and turn it around.
Well, just see
since
what you got.
This might cause leaks. So
well, it seems like if you pulled it down to the bottom of the wall, it'd be okay, but right now you are going to have to fill in that hole on the bottom.
So let's see. There you go. That seems...
You can run a quick point file and see if there are any leaks.
Yeah, we'll just have to compile it first and see if there's any leaks. It seems to be working, but let's just go ahead and compile and choose don't run after compiling. Press the OK button. Press the OK button.
Yes. Good old OK.
Compiling.
Now at least you don't have to wait through the entire loading of the game to do this.
Compiling. Now, it will also show us there's a leak in this compile process window, but it's easier just to go to map and load the point file. It doesn't seem like there's any leaks.
Nope, I don't see one.
That's good.
Wait a minute.
Hmm?
What is that over here?
Let's just go ahead. Oh.
It found something.
There's something there.
So I know you guys couldn't see me actually point at the monitor.
That has to do with the chopper that's just outside.
Oh, yeah.
Interesting, it didn't cause anything in the last video, though. The water seemed nice. But let's just go ahead and move this in.
Just to be safe.
Yeah. It should still work fine.
Now, is that going to get in the way of any barrels being fired into the pool?
Actually, let's go ahead and...
You're going to move the wall of the skybox?
Yeah, let's just scale it up just a little bit.
All right.
There you go. The best way is probably to just move the wall out. Actually, just go ahead and lower our grid size for just...
You mean raise the grid size?
Raise it. For just a little bit, and then go ahead and take these and move them out. There you go. Let's see if it aligns.
Now, did that make any gaps?
Yeah, it makes a gap here.
Gotcha.
So we'll just go ahead and fix that too. There you go, and...
Nice.
That should actually fix this gap.
Go ahead and reload the point file, see what happens.
Just go ahead and move this chopper back just a little bit. And let's go ahead and recompile.
Yes, we know the recompilation process is a tad painful to have to sit through. That's why your media player comes with a convenient fast forward button. Or that really cool track bar where you can just click forward a few seconds and see if we're talking yet. Of course, if you skip every single time we load, you will miss the password to get your hands on the free preview of all of the XSI videos that we've secretly released on 3D Buzz.
That's right.
Just food for thought. I'm just kidding. Maybe. Possibly.
Oh, it's done. So,
yay!
Let's go ahead and run the load file again. Yep. Oh, new.
And
leak.
is it pointing anywhere?
Yeah, it's
found something.
Over here.
There's a leak right
There's
there.
a teeny leak, and probably in the other side too.
Air is escaping.
Yeah, there you go. So let's go ahead and...
So if this were something that went in outer space, we'd all be dead now.
That's a good assumption, Zach.
That's why we have the point files.
Let's go ahead and... It seems to be a little off-grid, but that's okay, because we can just resnap this part to the grid.
So can you grab its vertices with vertex edit and snap those back to the grid? Would that fix it?
No, we will just move it and
reattach
it like that.
All right.
Just a second. There you go. I just couldn't see it right. So let's go ahead and see if there's still a leak. No, the leak seems to have been fixed. Now, let's see if there's a leak down here, because that could probably be the case. Yep. Or, no, actually not. It
looks okay at first glance.
So let's try to compile again. Actually, we can go ahead and run with no BSP, so it won't have to rebuild the map, because we didn't really edit any world geometry.
Including the skybox? Isn't the skybox world geometry?
Oh, good point.
Yeah.
So,
I'm full of those, man. I've got so many good points.
That's just, but you can do that.
Yeah, it should be theoretically okay. I don't know, maybe.
We'll just have to test it out. Load point file. Yes, load it. Let's see. Nope, it's the old point file.
Yeah.
So we'll probably have to do it with normally.
That's okay.
Which we can do too.
Yeah, it just takes a second longer, and it's just a little bit more of the video.
Actually, the BSP thing didn't really matter, because the thing that takes time here is lightning.
Sure. Absolutely. Well, can you tell it not to calculate lighting?
Yeah, but
it's too late now, because it's halfway done.
We'll do that next time. Good point.
That's okay.
So there we go. Map.
New point
file. Yep. And a new leak has occurred. Isn't mapping fun?
It is. Well, that's an obvious one.
Yeah.
That one's really easy to see.
Let's see. So just go ahead and drag it up here. And we have an obvious one here too. Let's see. That seems right. Actually, it still seems there's a tiny, tiny leak. I'm not sure. What do you think?
I can't tell from here.
Okay, let's just go over
I
here.
just gotta kind of fly around the seams and have a look, and if everything seems to be in order, then we see if we can fix it.
Seem to be in order. Let's go ahead and frame up on it.
Although, off the top of my head, that seems to have got it.
Yeah, it does. Oh, yeah, let's try to just pull this in just a little bit and
try a new compile.
With no lightning.
Okay.
And go ahead.
Seems to be done.
Yeah.
That was a lot faster.
Yeah, load the point file. Yep.
And now it points to the other side.
Yay! So let's just go ahead and drag this into and recompile, since it didn't take that much time.
You're done.
Ding. Map. Load point file. Open. Just a second. Did I hit load or unload? Oh well. It seems like there's no leak left. So let's go ahead and try to run the map.
It's still pointing at something over there.
Yeah, but that's the leak we just fixed.
Okay, all right.
So
let's go ahead and give it a run, see what happens.
Actually, what we also want to do is take our light environment, this file, because that doesn't apply to the skybox, and apply it to the skybox so that we get the same amount of lightning.
Okay.
I'm going to go ahead and go to the frame up on it, Control E, and just move it over there.
So, move it over or shift drag
shift
to make
drag,
a copy?
because we make a copy.
I gotcha. That makes sense.
And it's a little hard to grab.
And kind of put it in the same relative position.
There you go. There you go.
Get your icon right on it.
There you go.
All right.
Control Shift E to frame up it in 3D space, and that should be about it. Let's see, if our map is pointed like this, then our light is coming from the right side, so we don't want to place our lightning in the right side.
It's going to have to go toward the left side of the screen from here.
Yeah. So, there you go. There. Just a second. Zoom in, and from the right side. There you go. That should work. So let's just go ahead and give it a test run. We want lightning this time.
Make sure we run lighting. And we'll have a little bit of a longer load time, but this time we actually get to test things out.
Yay!
So you got to see a little bit of debugging, and you're bound to see that when you're making your own maps. There's going to be leaks, things you got to fix. It's just how it goes.
Especially when you don't just drag a big skybox around it.
Right. When you start editing things. Here come all those lights.
Oh. Let's go ahead and run it. This time we don't need any BSPs.
Or any lights, technically.
Just go ahead and run them, just to be safe.
Okay, I'm with you.
Loading is so much fun.
Well, finally we get to go.
Yay.
Cool.
Yes, we're almost there. Let's hope it works. Else we'll have to debug again.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So we run around. We see we have... Ooh, building.
Ooh, look at that.
Awesome. Let's go ahead and walk up the staircase and let me just...
Wow, you got that one. And you got that one.
Ooh,
accuracy is
I'm on a
improving.
roll.
I am impressed.
Okay, so we got the buildings here,
Yeah.
and you'll notice we are able to see some of the rooftops, which is not really what we want.
It's not really that good of a thing. I mean, it's going to depend on your particular level. You might want to make your own buildings if you're going to be way up above them, because these buildings were not designed to be viewed from above. We're just using them kind of as an example in this case. So if you were doing your own scene a lot like this, you might want to build your own meshes, but that would be way outside what we're trying to show you, because we're just trying to introduce you to Hammer.
That's right.
All right, get your gravity gun. See if you can put a barrel in the pond. Let's show him the whole effect.
Yeah. Rock on.
Let's see, can he do it? He lines up for the shot. He fires. You still need to move the roof up at some point. That's okay. Now you're going to get shot to pieces by the helicopter.
Nah, I got my barrel. Oh.
No.
Okay, I don't got my barrel.
Yeah. All right.
Come on.
The helicopter's going to take you out. You better run.
I'm in the water.
And he's going to go swimming for a second.
Yay, we're swimming.
Nice work. So that is going to wrap it up for this video and for this VTM. Really appreciate the great job Rap did in getting this VTM recorded. Fabulous work. We hope that you have enjoyed the video and that you take some time to look at this material, experiment with it, take what we've shown you and push it to the next level, because really, all things considered, we have shown you quite a bit that you would need to make your own maps with Hammer for Half-Life 2. So that's going to wrap it up for this video and this VTM. Thanks a lot, everyone.